Motivation is a fire within. If someone else tries to light that fire under you, chances are it will burn very briefly. Those are the words of Stephen R. Covey. I'll be speaking to you today about my first 3 jobs. I had 2 while I was in high school. As a junior and senior in school, I was in co-op, cooperative work study. I went to school half the day and then I worked the other half. While I did that, I also worked at a doctor's office. When I got out of school, I would go to the doctor's office and I would help out in the office. I would fax, I would answer phones, I would input patients' demographics into the computers. I learned a lot about insurance information there and medical terminology. I also filed charts and I helped clean the office after hours. I originally started working at the doctor's office for National Honor Society community service hours. After a while, the doctor asked me to start working there part-time, so I continued to do that for 2 years. The doctor also asked me to do a lot of favors outside of work. He was in a couple of extracurricular activities and he had me type up a bunch of information for him. He also asked me to do errands, go to the store and get things for him. While I did that, I also worked at an elementary school. I started working there and I did everything. I helped out in the office, I answered phones, I helped out in the nurse's office, I made a lot of arts and crafts that were hung in the hallways. I helped a lot of teachers do projects and things of that nature. I helped out with extracurricular activities at the school, such as fundraisers, festivals, field days, and I also helped out in the cafeteria. I met a lot of people there. I met a lot of the kids and made a lot of friends. While I worked there, I also worked in the workroom. I made a lot of tests for all the students in the school. I made a lot of flyers, school handouts, things of that nature. Working there also inspired me to work at an elementary school, which is why I'm going to school now. I worked there my junior and senior year of high school as well. Once I graduated, I moved away from home and I started working at a pharmacy. This is my first full-time job. I still currently work there. Working there, I do a lot of things. I bag prescriptions, I fax a lot, I input patients' demographics into the computer, I help customers find their prescriptions, and I help them solve problems every day. I've learned a lot of medical terminology. I've learned a lot about drugs, and that'll help me later on down the road. And here recently we've gotten a new computer system, so that's been a lot of added stress, and I've learned a lot about that as well. In conclusion, I've learned a lot about working at these interesting places. I've gained a lot of experience in the medical field, working at the doctor's office and the pharmacy, which helped me. Working at the doctor's office helped me get a job at the pharmacy, but being in the medical field hasn't made me as happy as working at the elementary school, which inspired me a lot to work at an elementary school, so that's my goal, and that's why I'm getting an education.